One of the best rivalries in all of baseball. That's right. It's the Red Sox and the Yankees reuniting. Didn't play a whole lot in the first half of the season. Played this last weekend. Now they'll play again as we go into the All-Star break. And, of course, one of the top targets out there is Luis Castillo, who absolutely stifled the Yankees last night. I don't know how many people were expecting this wreck, but the Reds, they took it to the New York Yankees. Castillo was a big part of it.
They did. 2 out of 3 games. Castillo was brilliant through 7. He reluctantly turned it over to the bullpen. Of course, they couldn't quite hold the lead, but they ended up obviously pulling it out eventually. This Reds team, look, they've got some young, youthful guys that can make you excited, can get you excited. But whether it's Tyler Stevenson behind the plate, Hunter Green, Graham Ashcraft on the mound, they have some guys that can play, and they're starting to play a little bit better baseball. Joey Votto coming back is nice to see. Just seeing Joey play, period. But having him out there on the field is good for that Reds organization.
Yeah, Votto driving in the game-winning run in yesterday's game. John Heyman, meantime, an interest in Luis Castillo. This courtesy of the New York Post. The Yankees love Luis Castillo, have been trying to acquire him off and on for a couple of years, and word is the Yankees and Dodgers are best positioned to land the all-star right-hander who's likely the best starter on the market. The Yankees have said they won't part with either of the Reds' prime targets, that's Anthony Volpe or Oswald Peraza, and maintain that won't change. Now, this is an interesting time because one of the strengths of this Yankees team has been not just how good the starting pitching has been, but its durability. All those guys have posted. Now we see Luis Severino, the first sign of a little bit of concern, stiffness, lat issue. He's on the IL, so maybe there's more urgency for the Yankees to go and get Castillo. What do you think?
Yeah, we'll see if that's going to be a long-term issue. Probably not, but you don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's more about Castillo as a guy that got the kind of stuff teams want in the postseason. Swing and miss stuff. And he's, to me, the only one on the market. If you want to talk about Frankie Montas of the A's, yeah, but he's got a shoulder issue, and the A's do not want to acquire any money coming back in a deal. I think the Reds could, as long as you package a top prospect in there. It doesn't have to be your number one. But the way he pitched last night, Adnan, that's what a scout wants to see. And actually, he's done this all month. Early trouble, injury trouble in April. Since then, velocity has gone up each month. 96, 97, 98 in July. Fastball use gone up every month. 24%, 28%, 47% this month. He is beating people with his fastball on the year. Check this out. He's thrown 421 fastballs. He's given up 11 hits on his heater the whole year. So, again, when you trade for a starting pitcher, you're a contender, you want someone who's going to start one of the first 3 games and miss bats. It's Castillo and everybody else.
Yeah, no, so, absolutely. If you're looking for someone to back up Garrett Cole, basically, is what you're saying, an ace type guy, you need someone with swing and miss stuff like a Luis Castillo.
Well, I think the market, it goes beyond these two. I can see they're being called the early favorites, but don't forget, it's not early anymore.
No, it's not.
I mean, I remember the Brewers jumped out for CC Sabathia.
Yep.
The GM, Doug Melvin, said, we're not waiting until the deadline. We want him making his next start for us. Yep. And if I'm the Dodgers, the Giants, I'm pushing the pedal to the floor a little bit here and say, hey, listen, he's got 1 start out of the break, probably 2 starts out of the break before the deadline. I want him making that start for me if I'm making the trade for him.
Why not? Wait? Especially get him in there, get him working with the catcher, get him used to the clubhouse, get as comfortable as he can be so that come October, when you really need him, what you're buying him or renting him for, he's ready. He's ready to go. He feels comfortable. He's in his element. He can pitch freely. That's really what you want. I would say this, though, just because we're talking about the Reds and their pitchers, I really like Tyler Mahle, too. I think he has something to offer for teams if the Reds are willing to part with him. I know he's got a couple of controllable years still, but he's on the IL right now, but he's supposed to come back pretty soon, and he's been much better of late, so that'd be an interesting one to keep an eye on, too.
Most impactful player on the market, Luis Castillo. Pitching and hitting. He's the guy.
I remember a month ago, you said it's either him or Montas, and it feels like Castillo's the guy a little bit ahead of him. By the way, I can't get over that stat. When you said 421 four-seam fastballs, 11, that's .026%.
That's ridiculous.
That is crazy.
On a 4-seamer, that's insane.